Oh yes, Super Saiyan 4 Goku for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero has accidentally, or maybe not so accidentally, been officially confirmed. Oh yes. Oh, well, hello there, everyone, and welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. Before getting into this, just want to do a quick thing. You guys know I do that 50% thing. Oh, not subscribed. But if you are watching this, about 50% of you actually aren't subscribed. These sparking videos tend to do quite well. So if you want to see more of them, as well as, you know, gameplay, tutorials, and all that, when Sparking Zero does come out in about, like, what, 3.5 months? I'm so close. Do make sure you subscribe to the channel and leave a like on the video. Please and thank you. And quickly, question of the day: if you could add maybe like an obscure GT character, not like Omega Shenron, Gogeta, what have you. If you could add one obscure character from Dragon Ball GT into Sparking Zero, please let me know who it would be. Depending on what we get, I'll send this to Bandai to see if I can send it to feedback for DLC, what have you. I personally would like to see all 8 Shadow Dragons. 8 as in all the 7 Shadow Dragons, including Sin Shenron and then Omega Shenron, right? It's the same character, but just transformed, what have you. Okay, so Mr. Schemmel, Sean Schemmel himself, the Funimation English voice actor for Goku in Dragon Ball, at a panel with, I believe, Sabbath and some other Funimation Dragon Ball voice actors, Carl Herbert as well, the Gohan voice actor, I believe, he may have accidentally leaked that Super Saiyan 4 Goku is going to be in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Now, with that said, that's not really a surprise, in my opinion. It's like Super Saiyan 4 Goku, you know, of course. With that said, before we talk about this very quickly, let me just go and show you the clip, and yeah, we'll then talk about it and some other stuff as well. Enjoy.
But the tricky part, and I got to give Damon Mills some credit here because he's been directing me on this last game we've been working on, and keeping track of, you know, I didn't realize that subtly changing the voice for every single form later, and so keeping track of all that for like Super Saiyan 4, Super Saiyan 3, God mode red hair, God mode, and it's all real subtle different things, you know. And so Damon has just been on top of just keeping all my references, everything in line, going through, making sure everything's right, really nitpicking it. It's a very challenging thing to do, but it's easy to solve as long as you keep vocal references around.
So yeah, he may have accidentally, or I think it may have been on purpose, I don't know. It seems like he may have accidentally, to some extent, slipped up and said Super Saiyan 4 Goku with like the voice directions, like in base form, Super Saiyan Blue, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan 4. Whoops! Now again, like, somewhat unrelated, I do like how you can tell the different forms, and also like in like these subtle inflections. I remember when the Dragon Ball Z Resurrection of F movie, the dub, came out, like Goku sounded, when Goku was in Super Saiyan Blue, he sounded quite regal, like quite like upper class, like royalty. Like, again, just from the movie, not the series, and it's the Funimation, the English dub. So if you guys agree with that, and if you remember it, do let me know, because yeah, it just sounds like how he's like a stiff upper lip, Baba Booey, you know, stuff like that. So again, Super Saiyan 4 and or Dragon Ball GT being in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, that's not a surprise. Like, it's not a surprise at all. But it's a case of, okay, is it going to be in base game or in DLC? We know it's got 3 DLC so far, and the first 2 have been based around Dragon Ball Superhero, with the 3rd DLC being based around Dragon Ball Daima. Now, as of right now, we don't know if there's going to be any more DLC past DLC 3, but I'll say right now, there's going to be more DLC after the 3rd DLC. Of course there's going to be. With that said, I don't know what's going to be, but if GT is not in base game, or if they streamline GT in the base game, I would assume at least DLC 4, possibly DLC 5 as well, would be based around characters from Dragon Ball GT. So, again, there is a possibility that Super Saiyan 4 Goku will be in the base game, but if they do, they'll have to add, you know, GT Goku, so it'll be GT Goku, Super Saiyan 1, Super Saiyan 3, and Super Saiyan 4. That's 4 slots right there, and 4 more Gokus. And the reason I say this is because let's rewind all the way to the absolute beginning, the genesis of Sparking Zero, before it was even called Sparking Zero, and simply being referred to the next Tenkaichi Budokai. Going back now to the Dragon Ball Games Battle Hour event 2023. Was it? That doesn't seem right. No, 2023. Of course it was, yeah. When we first got the first teaser and then the clip of Goku Super Saiyan Blue transforming on planet Nimrock. Before that, we had some footage of, I think the footage was just of Tenkaichi 3. I don't think it was Tenkaichi 1 or 2. I think it's just Tenkaichi 3, and as you can see on screen right now, there is a clip. I think it's the last clip before it transitions into Spark, but at the time it wasn't called Sparking Zero or revealed as Sparking Zero, before he switches to like the next Tenkaichi, and I believe the last clip is of Super Saiyan 4 Goku himself. So if this is a hint as to, you know, maybe what characters will be in the game, then to some extent, maybe it would be in the base game. I haven't rewatched that clip yet as of me recording this, but I believe there's only 2 characters. Actually, no, there's a few characters that haven't been officially confirmed for Sparking Zero as of right now. Those being Super Saiyan 4 Goku, I believe Mecha Frieza, and I think like Majin Buu or Super Buu. But I mean, of course, Super Buu, Kid Buu, and Buuhan, of course, they are going to be in the game. Of course they are, right? And if they're not, that would be a massive surprise to me. Just makes sense. And also the Super Gogeta, but you know, you got Super Vegito from Dragon Ball Z, not from Dragon Ball Super. So if all these characters are going to be in the base game for Sparking Zero, then okay, you know, Super Saiyan 4 Goku will be in the base game. But I can't imagine that they're just going to add that as, you know, in the base game as the only GT character. So if they do, it's base form Goku, Super Saiyan 1, 3, and 4 Goku, maybe Pan, right, for the story, then Vegeta and Gogeta, so it'll be GT Vegeta base form, Super Saiyan 1, 2, and 4, and then Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, which absolutely will be in it, of course it will, that might be the thumbnail, who knows, no it's not, Super Saiyan 4 I think, Goku. That's 10 character slots filled right there. We're getting quite close, not there yet, we are getting relatively close to the full roster being confirmed. Now, I probably won't have it on the screen right now because I can't find it, but I believe as of last night, as of this recording, they said something like how, look, I think something like how the final base game character roster might be expanded, but put a massive asterisk next to that, what I just said there, because I'm not sure what's going on with that. 164 characters so far, I believe. I saw something that it might go to 200. If it does, okay, that makes sense. And we've not seen the trailer, like Hexagon or whatever it's called, character updates since, well, the last time we saw it was from the Fusion trailer, actually, like a week and a half or so before Summer Game Fest, which of course the rest is history. The showing off the release date and all that good stuff. So I have to wait and see. But if they add Goku, Pan, Vegeta and Gogeta from GT, that's exactly 10 slots right there. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta would be a standalone character that doesn't transform into anything, but you'd have to maybe fuse into him. Maybe that won't be a separate character. It might work similar to like how Kaioken on Super Saiyan Blue works and how the Limit Break for Vegeta works, where to go for Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, you have to be in Super Saiyan Blue for Goku first, and to go for Super Saiyan Blue Evolution, you have to be Super Saiyan Blue on Vegeta, and it's new forms, but they don't take up, at least as of right now at least, they don't take up new character slots. Who knows, we'll have to wait and see. But then if you add those 4 characters in with all the different forms in, especially with Super Saiyan 4, you would have to add Baby Vegeta. So what, there's 3 versions of Baby Vegeta, I think, or 2, and then the 4th one, I believe, is Golden Grey type, so that's 4 right there. And then if you're going to streamline GT, you could have the 5th character being Omega Shenron, not Sin Shenron, just have it as Omega Shenron, and then you've got basically like a bit of a GT story mode there, and maybe it can be expanded later on via DLC. Now, the reason I think most, if not all, of the GT characters are going to be DLC is from that French to Japanese to English interview that came out, I want to say, oh yeah, in early February this year, 2024, an interview came out with the developers, or rather, with the producer, Jun Furutani himself. Okay, so there's several questions, but I just want to read this real quick because they mentioned split screen, and of course that's been changed now, so plans can change, and we've already seen an example of plans absolutely changing. So let me just read this part here because it goes into the next question. The local split screen mode will ultimately not be available. Again, it is available now via just the Room of Spirit and Time. Not due to the developers, but because of issues related to Sony and Microsoft making split screen adaptable complicated. They are trying to find a solution, but for now, there won't be split screen. Possibly, keep that in mind, due to Sony and Microsoft policies favoring the sales of more consoles. So that's a little bit cheeky there. Like, it came out basically saying that it wasn't Bandai's fault that they couldn't add it, and like Bandai wanted to add it. But apparently it was because Sony and or Microsoft said no, because we want people to buy more consoles and more copies. Even when this happened, I was thinking like, dude, Bandai are one of the biggest third-party publishers. Maybe not the biggest, maybe they are the biggest, who knows, but they are one of the biggest. Like, they do the anime games, they do the Dragon Ball games, they made Pac-Man, they made Tekken, they made Elden Ring, and you want to say that they don't have any push? Like, come on. Continuing, this wouldn't be the first time such a situation has occurred. The situation may still evolve, and of course it has, with the team being aware of the demand. Developers mentioned that adapting games to the Xbox Series S is particularly challenging. Then the next question is, characters from Dragon Ball GT will be included. This has been confirmed since early February this year, 2024. This isn't new. Characters from Dragon Ball GT will be included, possibly in the base game, in the base roster, or as DLC. The game will also include fusions. Then goes on to say Gogeta, Vegeta, and Gotenks. So, as you can see right there, this has already been confirmed literally, about 4.5 months ago. As of right now, this is nothing new. But given that back then they mentioned, and also in this interview they did mention how the tentative at the time release date would have been between late 2024 to early 2025. It's like, of course, it's coming out during that time frame. October 8th if you pre-order and get 3 days early, or October 11th worldwide. I had a comment saying, oh, they've changed it to October 10th. Nope, that's just in Japan. In the UK, US, Australia, Europe, what have you. If you don't pre-order it, it's October 8th, 2024. And if you pre-order it and get early, if you pre-order and get early, October 8th. If you don't, it unlocks for everyone worldwide, October 11th, 2024. So again, like, this interview had stuff there that would come true, because again, late 2024 is when it's coming out. So that's 6-month period, and again, it's coming out during like the start of it. Fantastic stuff right there. Oh yes. So again, I am either expecting all GT content to be either part of DLC after the Daima DLC, and the Dragon Ball Daima DLC we know it's DLC free, but thinking about it, I wouldn't be surprised if they make the 4th DLC also Daima, or wraps up the Daima stuff, who knows. Or it's going to be very streamlined in the base game, as in Goku, Goku, Vegeta, Gogeta, possibly Pan for the story, baby Vegeta, and Omega Shenron. Let me know as well, second question for the video, would you want it to be streamlined in base game, or all of it saved so they can go all out via later DLC from DLC Pack 4 onwards? Do let me know. Now, also, I've got to mention this because I had someone link a video, and obviously, because it was a link, he got put into the spam. There was someone who left a comment, or on Twitter, so of course, you're on Twitter, of course. This screenshot right here. I am not making this up. People saw this and they thought, hold on a moment, that on the left is Super Saiyan 4 Goku, or it's GT Kid Goku. No, and I know there's going to be at least a few people watching this that still thinks this is GT Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, what have you, been confirmed. Nope, that there is a mountain on Planet Namek. But because it's been blurred, it kind of looks like the same color scheme. But no, that is literally, it's literally just a mountain on Planet Namek, Planet Nimrock, home of the Time Patrol. Okay, that's all I've got for you guys today. Do let me know if there's anything that you want me to talk about, like new stuff coming out. Like I'm just honestly enjoying doing this. I've got, I think, 4 Xenoverse 2 videos ready to go. Them uploaded and just private, so Xenoverse may continue soon, but I'm just having so much fun talking about Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Thank you all for watching. More videos on the screen right now, and I will see you on one of these videos in just a moment.